see
Oh,
your screen if I'm supposed to.
okay. Here's the screen. Okay.
Okay,
Now,
there we go. Oh, well, now I see you.
here we go. All right, let's
Okay.
see here. So I want to share my screen. Share. There we go.
Okay.
Okay, let me actually pick a
Can
difference.
you send that to me too, like the one that you use?
Yeah,
Because when I look up expired scripts, to go off of, there's like so many, I don't know which one to go off of, and then it doesn't save to my email. So if you send it to me, I could save it through the email.
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So I'm trying to find the right expired script. I should probably just go downstairs because I have a ton of them already printed out. But I wanted to be able to share it with you.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. All right. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I had customized this for an ISA. All right. So today we're going to be calling on behalf of Nicole Costas, and she is with Compass Real Estate.
Okay.
Okay. So the way that the script is designed is just say, hey, I'm calling about your property located on, and then you do the street name. Calling to see if you would want to relist this property sometime in the future, maybe this fall or next spring is what we're going to say.
Okay.
And the reason why we put it that way is because we want to take the pressure off of doing something now.
Mm-hmm.
Think of people that are an expired listing, think of them as just coming out of a bad relationship. Okay. So the more pressure you put on them to make a decision, the more they're just going to clam up and want to hang up on you.
Right.
All right. So they typically answer this. They'll typically say, we're not sure, or this fall, but I don't want to talk about it. Right.
Yeah.
And then I automatically go into when this home did sell, where did you plan to go? What do you think stopped your home from selling? What would stop you from selling your home now? Did you look at other homes while this one was listed? And it doesn't matter what they're saying. I am taking notes, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what they say. I just want to get through the script in order to find that one piece of information that would be useful.
Mm-hmm.
And even if they still at the end of the script don't want to do anything, at least we have this information on everything that the real estate agent needs in order to help them.
Right. Okay.
Right. So a lot of times, because you guys are used to taking a beating all day, right? When
Yeah.
by the time your dialing expires and they say, what do you want? Stop calling me. You kind of go into a shell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm so
Yes.
sorry. I was
I'm
calling.
like, right. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Or they'll be like, the most of them, like lately, they'll be like, well, that's none of your business what I'm doing. That's none of your business. Or you're a little too late here. It's been a few months or a few years since I listed, and now all of a sudden you're calling me out of nowhere. Why are you calling me? I'm like,
Exactly.
okay, well, I'm trying to help you out. That's what I tell them.
Yeah. And it gets to be really difficult. And expireds are the most, they're the most frustrating to dial because they need you the most, and they're the ones that they clam up the most.
Yeah.
So it looks like I have 1,500 that I'm able to dial. I'm just going to wing it. I would love for you to be able to help me kind of do a report on this,
Okay.
as it's been so long since I did a report that if you're able to kind of type, while I'm doing this, that would be fantastic.
Okay.
And I'd like to be able to do 30 minutes of expires and then 30 minutes of FSBOs if you have time for us to do that today.
Okay.
Um, Let me see here. It might turn into where you're kind of grabbing a lunch and getting a paid break, just so I don't put you behind on your dials.
Okay.
Is that okay? Or did you have plans?
Yeah. Well, my mom needed a ride to go pick up
Oh,
some
okay.
money at 12:30, but
Well, I'll just split the difference. We'll do
okay.
part of the time on expireds and part of the time on FSBOs.
Okay.
Okay. And then we'll get
Mhm.
you here by 12:30. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Good.
So you have the script in front of you, right? You can see
Mhm.
the script? Okay, cool. And then can you pull up a report for expired for Nicole Costas?
Okay, let me see.
And then I'm just going to pull up her call setup sheet. Okay, cool. So there's her Calendly, her appointment parameters, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Um, lender appointments.
Did you want me to send this to Donna?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
same exact thing, just like if you were dialing.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to dial in.
Using your touchtone phone, please enter your PIN number. You are now logged into the Moto Dialer. Please press the start button on your screen to begin calling.
Okay. All right, so we have this all set up. That will look familiar to you, right?
Yeah.
With the dialer? Okay, perfect. So let's see if I can really just get a shot of the dialer screen so it's not so much me. All right, and we're off to the races. Here we go. So our first dialing is a trust. And those ones are always difficult because you don't know exactly, who you're supposed to be talking to.
Mm-hmm.
So I always just reference the property.
Okay.
Of Euclid Street in Santa Monica. This one was 3 million, days on the market 63, list date was April 18th.
Is it 2018 or 2019?
2018.
Oh, okay.
5 7 is not available.
Okay, so we just go on to the next one. It looks like it's a good phone number. You got a personalized voicemail. And I normally have to sit up straight so that I can kind of project my voice and have some confidence. I kind of lean into my phone with these ones.
Yeah, I stand up in the kitchen.
Yep.
I'd rather stand up and dial, or I put it I sit up straight when I talk sometimes.
Yep.
I could tell the difference.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's say that Paulette does answer. I have this on mute, by the way.
Oh, okay.
There's a little bit of a lag. If Paulette answers and she's this really soft-spoken, sweet grandma, I'll lean back in my chair then.
Yeah.
Please leave your message for.
All right, left message. I should have upgraded to a triple line dialer for today.
Yeah, right. What I do is when they say no, we're not going to relist, I'll be like, oh, well, what do you think stopped you from relisting? Was it the market, or was it something we could possibly help you with? Mm-hmm. And then they'll tell me, no, it wasn't that, or yes, it was the market, so I'm not going to list it for a few years. So then I'm stuck there because they're like, well, I think I'm going to wait a few years to list.
Hello, hi. My name's Tara. I'm calling on behalf of Nicole Costas with Compass Real Estate. Oh, she hung up on us.
But usually they'll be like, no, I still don't want to list, or they'll hang up on me, So I'll ask them in the beginning. It won't be as scripted, but I try to talk to them as if they were someone I knew. So I'll be like, oh, well, what stopped you? What changed your mind from listing it?
Yep, absolutely. Well, and your opening question for that is actually pretty fantastic. The only thing that you would want to do when they say that they're waiting for the market to increase, I'm naturally going to go into, well, as your home increases, so is the home that you want to move into. But that's the real estate side of things,
Right.
Whereas for you would literally just go to the next question. Oh, I can absolutely understand that. When your home did sell, where did you plan to go?
Right.
Out of state, or did you plan to stay in town?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so you just go to the next question. You don't want to get stuck on answering that question.
Right. Okay.
And then if they say, well, it was up in the air. Oh, okay. Well, what do you think would stop you from selling your home now? Or you can say, oh, were you trying to move closer to family? Or, were you trying to be, some of our clients are trying to get closer to their grandkids. Does that apply to you? And just really get them opening up about something personal, because then it would feel more comfortable to say, well, as your home's increasing in value, so is the home that you want to move into.
Right.
And, sometimes it's good to see what your home would sell at now and, price out the current home. Let's just schedule a time for Nicole to come by and, meet with you in person and get you some realistic values on what we could sell your home in the current market.
Right.
And that starts to make sense to them, where they're like, oh yeah, yeah, I'd love for your home to increase by 20,000, but so is the home that you want to move into.
Right. That
And
makes
it's going to
sense.
be a wash,
Right.
you know? So, wouldn't you like to earn equity in your new home? And, just a 30-minute meet and greet. Nicole can come by and see, why that home didn't sell. And, um, this is stuck.
Well, see, Mojo's been messing up a lot today. I think Claudia, or maybe it's the Pillion group. No. Who's the last person? One of them had an expired script on there that was asking if they wanted free analysis, market analysis.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And you can even say, like, it's completely free. They're just going to donate their time, come out there. We don't even know if your house is something that could be sold. It's sat for 63 days. So, and you can even go, did you get many showings, or, what was the feedback?
Right.
Some people will say, well, we were told it can be sold for $3 million, and I just really, sympathize with them, be like, yeah, I can understand how that'd be so frustrating.
Yeah.
At the very, let's take 20 minutes and meet in person and, just see what it takes to sell your home right now. And, if that's not something that you want to go through with, you don't have to, but at least you'll know.
Right. Okay. So I could say that though. Like, I mean, it is like, for every agent, is it always like a free analysis?
Yeah.
To figure out why?
Okay. Charge for their time to go out there. I mean, there's a few big wigs that might charge a retainer or something like that. But I mean, you really see that in New York, or like some of the, really affluent areas. But no, real estate agents do everything for free until it closes.
Okay.
And some people don't know that, or like that could just be a selling point. Like, it's kind of like stating the obvious.
Right.
Kind of like when I go into Express and they're like, hey, our dresses are on sale. And I'm like, yeah, but it's winter. And they're like, yeah, but they're buy one, get one, and they're on clearance. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, right. Definitely going to buy that now.
Well, and I could have just read the sign, because the sign is right there.
Right.
And so, I mean, they know that, it's, they know that it's a free service because they just went through it.
Mm-hmm.
But by you saying, hey, it's not going to cost you anything but your time, I'll even say, like, hey, they're actually going to be in your area. I see on her calendar she's going to be close to your area tomorrow around 6. That would be pretty convenient. And they'll be like, well, since she's not going out of her way.
That's a good way to get an appointment right there.
I did that all day long when I was dialing for people and for myself. The funny thing is that even when I was dialing for myself, I always used a dialing name. I was Emily, and I called half of myself.
Oh, that's a good idea, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, because then they'll, it doesn't really like put you on the spot, I'm gonna stop the dialer and restart. It looks like it got a little bogged up. So yeah, the most important thing though for you is that, we don't expect you to have, I'm going to turn call hammer off too. We don't expect you to have all the answers. You're not a licensed real estate agent.
Right.
All you're going to do is see what they would want to do, in the future. And the reason why we ask, where did you plan to go, was to assess if they're moving out of state, because that is a chore, and then we like to know, what they think stopped their home from selling, because it's a really good open-ended question, and it usually gets them to talk and vent. If they say stuff like, well, my last agent didn't do enough open houses, or the pictures weren't very good, or it was just really hard to show because my neighbor has a garbage dump in their front yard,
Yeah.
All of those things are great notes to give the real estate agent, because then they're more prepared.
Okay.
So if you think of it as like, let's just say that all day long, all you were getting was nurturers, right? All you were getting was people that wanted to sell 3+ months in the future, but you were able to tell our clients where they plan to go when this sold, what they think stopped their home from selling, what would stop them from selling it now, right? And if they looked at the homes while it was listed, what was that home that they wanted to move into?
So if they say like, well, we changed our minds, we decided to keep it. And then I'll say like, oh, what changed your mind, And then they'll be like, well, we just want to stay. we don't want to go anywhere. We want to stay. We changed our mind. Life has changed and blah, 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 so on and so forth. And I'm like, okay, what else do I go with that? Like, where else do I go with that?
Yeah, well, you know, I would still ask the question. So they say, no, you know, and that's a common thing, right? We changed our mind. Our plans fell through. We decided to stay. Oh, okay, great. So is this home still your forever home?
Okay.
Or you just stick to the script. Okay, I can appreciate that. You know, when this home did sell, where did you plan to go?
Okay.
Planning to move closer to family. And then what do you think stopped your home from selling? You know, we just like to get a good idea of why homes aren't selling in the market. You know, what do you think?
That's a good one. I'm about to write that down.
And then you can say, you know, I understand your plans changed. You know, is that the only reason why you wouldn't want to sell your home now? Just to circle back around to see if anything else comes up.
Okay.
And then all of that information is fantastic to put in the notes. You know, and we haven't even got to, you know, where did you want to live? What would you like to live close to? Price range, area, location. Tell me what you don't like about your current home. Sometimes when people say, you know, no, you know, our plans fell through, job transfer fell through, etc. We decided to stay. I'll go, oh, okay, you know, so are you thinking that this is your forever home, or are you just kind of taking a break?
Okay.
And then they go, honestly, we're just taking a break. It's been a whirlwind. Like, I can appreciate that.
Right.
Yeah, we all need a little bit of a break sometimes.
Right. Yeah, that's what most of them say. You know, we're just tired of it being on the market. So we're just going to wait until next year to try to list it. And that's usually when I get my nurture. And I'm like, oh, okay, when next year? You know, are you going with the same agent or are you going to, you know, interview another agent?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then just stick to the script. So when this home does sell next year, where do you plan to go?
Okay.
Because these questions are still valuable, whether they want to do something now or 9 months from now.
Right. Right. True.
And honestly, next year is 6 months away.
Right. I know every time I do a nurture, I'm like, okay, that's like really close. So I know that it's a nurture, a good nurture anyway.
Yeah, it's super close. I mean, that's really not far away at all. So for them to say, no, you know, we're just going to stay tight, you know, and wait till next year, you know, you say, great, you know, when this home does sell next year, where do you plan to go? Are you going to stay in town or are you moving out of state? Okay, great. Just so we don't, you know, do the same thing as last time, what do you think stopped your home from selling? And then what would stop you from doing it now? That way you can celebrate the holidays in your new home. You know, I start adding like that type of verbiage.
Yeah,
Was it important for you to, you know, be in the new home for the holidays? Because that's very realistic if we start now. And then I like to know, as a real estate agent, I like to know if they looked at other homes while this one was listed. Because believe it or not, a lot of real estate agents don't show them homes until they get an accepted offer.
Right.
And a lot of times homeowners will turn down offers because you're right, Mojo's acting super weird today.
It is. It's been, I mean, literally it took me 2.5 hours to finish Justin Pillion this morning.
Wow.
Because it was not working for me at all. And it's still not working, even after she talked to Mojo.
Yeah, they must be going through some stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your touchtone phone, please enter. You are now logged into the Mojo Dialer. Please press the start button on your screen to begin calling.
One of the really hard things to do about dialing California is that they have a lot of trusts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here's one that's not a trust. Yay.
What do you mean by that? Like, is that like a...
They're like a living trust. You don't know the person's name.
Oh, okay.
It gets to be kind of frustrating because then you're like, you don't know who to ask for.
Yeah. And there's a lot of wrong numbers and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yeah, I don't know who that is if you say the name. So that's why I always say the property, because it could be their property, but a different name.
Yep, exactly. And when I'm waiting for them to...
Hi, it's Tyler. Sorry, I missed your call. I'll try to get back to you as soon as
That's a
possible.
good number.
I almost pressed left message for you. You're so used to doing it.
So funny. See this 6569.
Welcome, and thank you for calling about Spectrum Services. Your primary source.
It's like an LLC.
Oh, okay.
But as it's dialing, I am looking at their street name. I'm looking at the list date, the prices, the days on the market. I'm looking at their name. That way, when they do answer, I'm prepared.
Okay.
Not fumbling my words.
Yeah, I usually just go straight to the notes so I could see how many bedrooms and bathrooms and how much it was on the market, like if they wanted something more than what it was listed for, or if they were looking for the same price. Because they'll be like, yeah, that's old. And I'm like, oh, yeah, it says right here it was listed this date.
Yep.
Are you still looking for that price right here? Or,
Yep. Yeah, so this was listed back last year, 2018. It's owned by a trust. So I would say, hi, I'm looking for the homeowners, that own the property off of 7th Street in Burbank. It was listed for sale last year, just trying to see what their future plans are. Hi, my name's Tara. I'm calling on behalf of Nicole Costas with Compass Real Estate. I just was hoping to reach the homeowners of the property off of 7th Street in Burbank. They had it listed for sale last year. Yeah. Oh, okay.
No, it had it listed for sale 6 months ago. It's not for sale anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What was their future plans with this property? Did they have plans to?
see, that's because they're old, expired. So I'm used to it.
All right. So, good number. We hung up on me when they said they didn't want to sell it anymore. Okay. All right. So then we go no contact, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And that kind of sounded like the real estate agent, to be honest. That didn't really even sound like
Yeah, the person.
Yeah. He knew quite a bit about, the property.
Mm-hmm.
This one's Santa LLC. Listed for 1.5 million, on the market for 169 days. It's always weird to me when homes sit on the market that are in California for that price.
Yeah, I know.
Like a starting price.
Has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 3108222.
I was trying to see what it looked like. Okay, so this is a real person, Anna Maffei, off of White Knoll Highway in North Hollywood.
Does she do?
Hi, is this Anna?
This is Anna.
Hi, Anna. My name's Alita. I'm calling on behalf of Nicole Costas with Compass Real Estate. Just wanted to reach out to you real quickly about your property off of White Knoll Highway. Were you able to find a buyer? I'm just curious if you were able to find a buyer. Oh, I think she said, fuck you.
No, someone told me literally a half hour ago to go commit myself, jump off a building. So, yeah.
Right, on to the next one. Man, for people living in California, you think they'd be happier.
Yeah, right. That's what I say, but you got to think too, it's California. They have money. They don't care about, people trying to call them, so you got to be like more straightforward with people in California because they're on the go, I feel like.
Now this is the Savard Trust. And they're off of Louise Avenue in Encino. They were listed last year for 2.8 million. On the market for 178 days. That's insane.
Yeah, that's probably why they took it off the market.
Can you imagine keep your home like show ready for that long?
Yeah, that's why a lot of people do for sale by owner because it's just going to sit on the market. If you can't sell it yourself, you could just take it off if you want without having to go through that hassle with an agent.
Yeah. I was hoping to get some good ones for you.
I'm sure there's, How old is this? A new person, Nicole Costas?
Yeah, well, she's been with us for a month and she had the Onyx data. Now this is the better data. This is the Onyx data.
Oh, okay.
And we haven't been getting anything as far as the answer rate or anything. So I was like, well, I'll just try. So this is Elizabeth Robertson in Sunland, California. She's on the market for 100 days for $825. Like, see, that's shocking to me. Like 825,000.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's even lower.
Well, hopefully going through the script practice and stuff just kind of helped a little bit.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff did help. A lot of those comebacks actually. Because I don't ever know what to say when they say they're not interested in putting it back on the market, even when it comes to at the end of the year or in the fall. You know what I mean? I know that they're not going to try to list this year. I know that. So I know most of them want to do it in the spring. So it's like after that, they'll either hang up or they'll tell me it's none of my business. Or I just told you I'm not going to relist.
Our office hours are Monday through Friday
Where'd my mouse
from
go?
9 to 4
There we go.
p.m. We are either on the
You know, one of the things that I do like to say though, when we'll try some FSBOs, one of the things that I like to say though, when people say that they're waiting for next spring is, you know, oh, okay, just wanting to get in touch with you before we got too close to the holidays. A lot of people are wanting to, you know, celebrate the holidays in their new home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and really, like, if you go into it thinking, I know they don't want to sell this year, that really, I mean, it almost like keeps you from getting those people that do want to sell this year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I would really go into it with just an open mind of seeing what they would want to do, like what's best for them.
Right.
You know, if you go into it thinking like, okay, I know they're going to say next year, and I'm just going to even, sometimes you even just suggest it. Like, oh, okay.
Well, usually I'll tell them, I'll be like, you know, if you have any interest, I can get you on the phone with the Pillion Group to see what they could do to help you sell it this year or sooner, or see what was the problem with selling it at all this year. But they'll be like, no, we're just going to wait. We'll just wait till next year. And I'm like, okay, well, is it okay if I follow up with you maybe at the end of the year and see where you're at then? You know.
I would really make sure that, I mean, all of that stuff that you're saying is great. I would just really make sure that you're sticking to answering, getting questions answered that are on the script.
Right. Okay.
Make sure, you know, even when they say like, yeah, you know, we want to sell next year. Great. You know, when this home does sell, where do you plan to go?
Okay.
You know, and then because at the very end, if you get through the entire script here, with just asking them questions and not really getting hung up on what they say,
Mm-hmm.
It says here at the bottom, you know, if we can find the home you're looking for, how soon would you want to move into it?
Right.
You know,
Okay.
what your current home, you know, if we can find you that perfect home, then how soon would you want to move into it? You know,
Okay.
and the close of it is, you know, at the very least, I'd like to check some current property values for you. You know, what's a good email address? And you can tell them, you know, a lot of people are waiting for the spring.
Yeah.
With putting it on the market outside of the busy time, you know, you tend to get higher market value, or at least top market value, because you're not competing with anyone.
Okay.
So, you know, there's lots of homes that sell full price, you know, Christmas time.
Yeah.
You know, people are on break, and that's the time that buyers have to shop. And, you know, a lot of people don't want to put their home on the market because it's the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those homeowners do get to, you know, get that full price.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, send this script to my email. And then, like I said, I'll just go off of, you know, those questions and see how that works. And even a couple of these other ones you gave me.
Yeah. I just, you know, go with it, kind of have fun with it.
Okay.
And, unshare it with Leanne. Turn it over to you. There you are. Do you need to do anything before you get ready to take your mom?
No, probably get dressed, but that's about it. But she'll be fine. We'll be 5 minutes after, whatever. She
Okay.
lives like right down the block from me, so it's like not far.
Okay, good. I was gonna try to get at least a FSBO or something, but
We got time. We can do a couple FSBOs if you want.
okay, cool. Okay. So this FSBO script is designed to show interest in their home, but then also we want to get the answer to three questions. Number one, we want to see how things are going for them. Are they completely frustrated out of their mind?
Mm-hmm.
We want to know about showings and offers, but that's really just to get them talking.
Yeah.
What's really important is when the home sells, where do they plan to move? Do they plan to purchase another home after this one sells? And then are they already working with a lender? So we want to know how things are going for them, right? How long are they mentally committed to getting this home sold themselves?
Mm-hmm.
But we also want to know when this home sells, where do you plan to move to? It's right there. And then, you know, area, price, location, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're already working with a lender. You know,
So after, when they're selling their home, they still have to work with the lender to buy a new one?
absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Every time you go to purchase a home, you have to get pre-qualified for that purchase price.
Oh, okay. So okay, I didn't know that. So I could even get lender appointments out of FSBOs.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely. So let's see here. I'm going to go to my optional dialing filters. Okay, I got that. And let's just see. There's 57 records. Let's see if the FSBOs are nicer.
Okay.
Let's see if I can get through a script in California.
Yeah, right. Especially the ones doing it themselves. Oh God, they're probably gonna be even more mean.
Yeah, I was gonna do the Pillion group or something with you, and then I think you already did it today.
Yeah, I just finished it.
But I mean, I'd like to jump on with you the next time that you do it.
Okay.
And I take over the time, you know, so we're not cutting time into your dialing.
Okay.
And you know, kind of do some more of a friendlier local.
I think Sean's the one with that weird expired script. I think Sean's is the one. Either Sean or Craig. No, it's not Craig because he's in Vulcan. So I think it's Sean's that show up, asking for free analysis.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, and Sean has Vulcan 7 data. When you do Sean, you click the list on the left, right?
Yeah.
On the left.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's his Vulcan 7 data.
Okay.
In the middle row for list, that's the Red X data. You don't want to dial that.
Okay.
I just want to make sure that those instructions are on here.
For Sean, I don't think they're on there to go all the way to the left.
Okay. Yeah, I can either do Sean or the Pillion Realty tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
And I'm totally fine with trading you like this instead of you having to drive an hour and a half.
This is so much easier. You have no idea because I'm looking and I'm like, okay, my mom's going to get so mad that she has to drive an hour and a half and then figure out a way to come pick me up because my girlfriend lives or works out that way, but she it'll be even out of her way to come all the way to Downers Grove, to come all the way back this way. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be ridiculous. She's going to fire me. I need to figure something out. Like the once a month thing would be easier than once a week. I could do the once a month thing, but the Zoom meeting, I love doing the Zoom meeting because it's so much easier and I could see you and you're showing me. So it's like,
It's easier for me too. I actually, I really get more into a zone when I don't have to take it, like to drive through traffic and to get somewhere kind of like breaks.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start. We have
Okay.
10 minutes. Let's see if we can get through some FSBOs.
Okay.
And, just see if we can get some, buyer appointments and, it shows you on here, if you're able to find this home, how soon would you want to move into it. So I kind of walk them through like what home are you looking for. If they wanted 0 to 3 months, we set an appointment to show their current home,
Mm-hmm.
their current homes for sale on the market. And then if it's 3+ months, what would stop you from wanting to purchase your home sooner? Like it doesn't make sense for a for sale by owner to be active for sale by owner and then not for 90 days.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm not ready to purchase yet until I sell this home. I'm like, okay, well, how are you going to move into a home if you don't have a home yet to be able to sell it? Like you can't move then.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see if we get some people to answer. Betty Linville in Sherman Oaks, California.
Did you want me to exit off this report for Nicole Costas or make a FSBO?
We can just we can add to it.
Okay.
We got like what? 2 people to hang up on. I think maybe a different time of dialing would work really well too.
Probably. So what is California, like 2 hours behind?
Yeah, these are super old FSBOs. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can change filters. Yeah, they're 2 hours behind, so it's 10 a.m. there.
Okay.
I'm going to do status date change from July 1st to today. Let's see if we get anything. There's no new FSBOs. This is crazy. Oh, that's because there's status change date on there. Oh, the list date. Let me see here. Okay, there we go. So I just need to do the list date. There's some that are new. All right, let's see this one. There we go. That's the newer stuff.
Okay.
The script for the old stuff is just different. You're basically saying, did you get it sold? It's kind of
Yeah,
like,
I'd rather do the newer FSBOs anyway because those are the hardest, I think, because they just put them on the market. So it's like they don't want to talk to or work with an agent at all yet.
mhm. Yeah, and sometimes if you find out like what they have to go through to show their home, like
Mhm.
I remember we were doing a project in Ohio, and I mean there was people that were driving like 2 hours to show their home.
Oh my God.
Crazy.
Yeah, I've spoken to a few people. Yeah, I'm out of town, so it's hard for me to show my house. So they have lock boxes or, but I'll tell them, would you be interested in seeing if they could make it easier for you to show your home maybe? Or,
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's see here. Oh, it's still dialing the old stuff. Ugh. We're gonna skip some people. Skip. Yakov. You could do that where you just exit, it skips it.
mm,
Just X out the number.
yeah.
I'm just gonna try to get to some newer stuff. We have like 5 minutes in. There's not that many.
Is it dialing them fast?
No, I'm gonna see. There's some real names here. Hi, is this Mr. Donald?
Yes, how can I help you?
Hi, yeah. My name's Tara. I'm calling on behalf of Nicole Costas with Compass Real Estate. Just calling about the for sale by owner that you had available back in February. Did you guys end up
Yeah.
selling that property? It's sold already? Okay.
You did.
Okay, great. Were you able to get that list price?
Sure did.
Okay, fantastic.
83 offers.
Oh my gosh.
Priced off
How fast did it sell?
within a week.
Oh my gosh, wow. Okay, that's
This is
great.
a price. I mean, if you know real estate,
Well,
you
yeah,
29 square foot start getting Calabasas. There's no price like that.
yeah,
Fine. Gave
absolutely.
it away.
Yeah.
I didn't want to play around.
You were just ready to get rid of it.
I didn't want to play around.
Yeah.
You know what I found, believe it or not? Well, I actually sold my buddy's house that they had listings with realtors. There's a lot of people out there that have cash. They're sophisticated enough to buy a house without a realtor.
Yep. Yeah.
I can't believe, wouldn't believe the calls. I got so many calls from principals.
Wow.
And I actually just sold one of my neighbors had his house listed for over a year with 2 different realtors. Didn't sell the house. I actually sold the house for him. Private party.
What'd you do differently?
I think people think because they're dealing right with the owner obviously the owner knows more about the house than the realtor does. And number two, I think they know when you get into that price range, you're going to save $150,000.
Right.
So
yeah. So did you just drop the price that would have been the commission or
exactly, and then you just sell it. I think a lot of people. I have a bunch of homes that looking for sale by owner. I'm selling fast.
Yeah. Do you buy properties for sell by owner also, or do you basically just sell them and then buy another one?
Yeah. I buy them sale by owner. Sometimes I'll buy them from the listing agent though, because then I know I can negotiate the price because it's only one agent involved.
Right. Absolutely. I wonder if any of our listings would be of interest to you. Do you ever, do real estate agents ever just send you their list of listings to see if you had an interest in them?
What I do is I look for properties that have been on the market for a while, and where the person, sometimes they can't sell it, so they're lowering the price, or then they still don't sell, they try to rent it, and it's not renting, it's not selling, and that usually indicates that this person wants out of that house for some reason.
Absolutely.
And I really like about it is I do a lot of creative deals that if I see if they're trying to also lease it, they can't sell it, that tells me the person would not live in the house, live somewhere else, and not get a lot of money right away.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I usually call the expired list, a couple times a month. And one of the biggest hiccups is that, they're like, well, do you have a buyer? And it's like, well, we can put on the market and find a buyer, but someone like you, I mean, if I kind of knew what you were looking for, I could always just, have you in mind, and I can say, well, I might have a buyer, and then send it over to you. I don't know if you're open to that.
It just depends, it depends what the deal is.
Well, in like a perfect world, like what area and price range would you want to stay into?
Well, it's not just the area. I know a lot of properties this way when people buy them. And one of the ways I can buy them is, like I said, people that are, they're trying to, they can't stop. Okay.
Right.
For some reason, I don't know what the reason is, so there's no reason, and then try to rent it. Okay, I'll go in there, they'll keep the loan in their name, and I do create a plan. I come in a little with no money.
Okay.
But they get their price, and over time they get paid. I've done a zillion.
Okay.
I was actually thinking about show people. I could show somebody how to buy a house.
That's amazing. Seriously. No, I mean, that's incredible. You should. Yeah.
Like a zillion times.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm seeing a house right now. I bought it for $950,000, and I gave the guy $8,000, and now I'm getting ready to sell the house for $1.2 million. I've only had it.
And then you're going to pay him off and pocket the profit. Yeah.
Yeah. I already made a deal with him. I made my deal going in.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
He'll get paid off, right? He'll get paid off.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
But I love it. $8,000 does that. And not to mention, not that my credit's so bad, but I did the whole deal. I never filled out an application or printed out.
Yeah. Wow.
So there's a lot of. Now I have another one I'm getting ready to pick up right now for $1,000,001. I actually did $1,000,000. I'll just try with a little more, but same thing. We'll do the no down.
No, that's great. I mean, especially if it's a piece of property that, can't really be sold, traditionally. No, I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, especially there's a lot of houses that are for sale right now between $2 and $3 million. I see them exploding prices. I do a lot of Airbnb. I have properties that Airbnb often from a lot of the ones in Calabasas and Garden View. They have a hard time doing it for the HOAs.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of companies that pick up. A lot of mine that pick up in Calabasas and the hard gates.
Yeah.
The problem is I can't do it.
Right.
Here to still make the payment. But I don't know. Are you familiar with Old Laura or anything like that?
I know Nicole is. I'm one of her new assistants, so she's more familiar with all the areas than I am.
so I'm looking for like, if I were to find anything like kind of funky, it's like, you know, like old Agora has a fun, their big, you know, big pieces of property, like because those you get Airbnb, so if you had something like that,
Okay.
I might, especially if it was something, you know, right, some kind of creative thing with the guy.
Do you ever pay the real estate agent like a finder's fee or anything like that if they were to find a property that worked in your best interest?
Sometimes.
Okay.
We're negotiating a lot of find something. Yeah.
Okay. And what price range do you like to stay in? Like, is there a maximum amount that you'd like to, you know, be invested in? Okay. All right, great. Well, I'll run it by Nicole and
I'll go a little too, you know, houses 6, 7, 800,000, 2 million, 2.5 million. There's one right now. It's gone on the market, you know, and I'm still not able to call the guy. It's listed at 5.2 million. It's an 11,000 square foot house.
oh my gosh.
And I think we bought for probably 4.5 million to do this deal.
Absolutely.
And it's like that house. They bring all kinds of money in there.
Oh, for sure. Wow. What's the best email address for you, just so that I can, just in case we do come across something, I could send it over? Absolutely. No, that's fantastic. Yep.
So that's why we'll get right there.
You know, in this,
and I necessarily don't feel that the good thing about me, the way I buy the house is very creative. However, they end up getting a pretty good dollar for their house. Not that I steal the house. Because sometimes if I don't, if I just pay what it's worth, I'll look at, okay, I'm going to Airbnb this house for a little while.
right.
And I'll make the money. So I make the money I don't have to make the money by flipping the house. I can make the money by also renting it.
Absolutely.
So there's different ways I look at a deal. So just because I'm paying what the house is worth, or paying a little bit more than it's worth, it doesn't matter to me if the house will bring a certain income to me.
Okay. Okay. Great. You know, your first home owner was actually under Shirley's name. What was your first name?
Yeah, because I was my name's Howard actually. Howard
Okay.
Polsky. That's Shirley's ex-wife.
Okay. Okay.
I had a good name.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that the stuff was updated. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm excited to run this by her and see. Is this the best phone number to reach you at?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have different realtors call me all the time.
Okay.
I bought a couple deals on that. It just depends.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like I said, you found something funky type of things. I think you'd be. I'm actually looking to try to find something that old Agora right now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm actually going to be meeting with her in about 5-10 minutes. So I'll run it by her and see what she says. But yeah, hopefully we'll talk again.
That house the house that I just sold there in Calabasas. I used to Airbnb that house until the HOA shut me down. But that house is pulling $60,000 to $70,000 a month.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, no, they pull big money. That's what I'm saying. So that's like, let's say, it doesn't matter what I pay for the house, because the payment won't be that. People might pay right back. So that's what I'm saying. And the reason I look at the creativity, like I had a house, to give you for instance, and I was going to do this, but then do you know Helena Pleisner, by the way?
No, I don't.
Okay, so she's a realtor. So her and her husband had a house in Mountain View, and they were asking, I think, $2,150,000. The house was really worth $2 million. Okay, but they had it on the market a long time. They couldn't sell it. They put it for sale for rent. So that's like the perfect, person to me. So I know, that that's worth to live somewhere else. They owed $1.4 million in the house, and I made a deal with them. And she's a realtor. She drew it all up. I would give them $2,150,000. So instantly they think, wow, they're getting overpaid because they know their house is worth that. But my deal was to give them $25,000 down, and then $25,000 a month.
Hello?
Hey.
Can you hear me on the computer or no?
Oh, yeah, there we are. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Did he hang up?
No, I hung up on him.
No. He was talking your ear off. What?
Oh my God, it was crazy. I was like, all right, we're done. He'll call back and he'll get Nicole and then
Yeah.
they can do that. But I know you're in a rush, so let's just touch base when you get back, okay?
Okay.
All right, girl. All right, I'll
All
talk.
right, bye.
Okay.